As a pro athlete, I need to train hard to be faster, stronger, healthier.
To push my training to the limit and be efficient with my training time, I want the most advanced training system, the latest technology.
The cutting edge in fitness. To find that edge, I need the most innovative machine there is.
I'm Dak Prescott. This is the XP1.
When I first saw the XP1, my initial impression was pretty simple. Wow. And so as I began to study the initial video that I had, I began to understand the magnitude of this, what I call a new technical machine, the XP1. And I began to understand what it could really do in the field of strength training. And indeed, as I learned more about it, the complexity of it has come out and to where I'm still wowed by it.
I'm Dak Prescott, pro athlete, and my first impression of the XP1 was groundbreaking, game-changing technology. It's an all-encompassing machine from the rehab standpoint to weightlifting to just complete training an athlete to take him to the next level, and it's just the best.
I met my co-founder, our Chief Technology Officer, Peter Newhouse, a few years back, and we were talking about the strength training and the fitness industry in general and how intimidating it is. And that was one really of the guiding principles to founding OxeFit. It removes all barriers to strength training. It makes the solution much more interactive, intuitive, easy to use, accessible to everyone. At the same time, giving you data and progress on how you're doing as a patient or as a consumer or as an athlete.
The XP1 unlocks a new world of training possibilities. The digital weights make loading and unloading quick and easy. With the touch of a button, I'm changing the load on the bar from 100 to 400 pounds in seconds. I can keep a rhythm to my workout and focus on the exercise at hand.
The XP1 is a whole gym in one machine. You can change from a rope, a bar, or a handle. Cuts time off your workout and makes it quick and easy.
When you're trying to build strength, speed, and power, the concentric and eccentric loading makes all the difference. This is something that's unheard of with traditional weights. When activated, the weight you're lifting can be changed during the actual rep itself. So basically, you can be pulling upward at one weight and at a different weight as you release down. This means every rep builds strength.
You can adjust it for different strength levels, for different age groups. It can do multiple types of, I think, some 2,000 different weightlifting activities. But the thing about it, too, is that that's really unique is that it can be changed to it's doing something for the right side of the body and less for the left side of the body, or vice versa. And then you can also add perturbation to it where it's moving you and trying to kick you off balance when you do, say, for example, a deadlift. And all of that produces an increased level of strength training that you won't get in any other type of weightlifting, particularly with free weights.
The XP1, you can do individual lifts, you can do team lifts, you can do lower body, upper body, eccentric, concentric, not having to load the weights. I just know that's huge in the sporting world. When you're in a weight room, guys are having to put weight plates on and keep moving, and just to be able to have it already preloaded, go from one exercise to the next, go from one player to the next, just allows you to be a lot more efficient in your weight training.
So the XP1 is the first machine, I believe, in the market, along with its software, that brings kind of the machine and human together. So now the machine assesses you real time. The machine gives you data. At the same time, the human, whether this coach or the client or the sports doctor or it's the physical therapist, is being able to see that data and adjust it on the fly.
In order to train safely, you need to train right. There's nothing more important than your form, and the XP1 is designed to perfect it. The force plates that are in the ground are allowing us to know our loading pattern. And then we have an actual avatar on the screen lighting up like a Christmas tree, showing us where those inefficiencies may be.
Recovering from an injury, you may think that you're 100%, but the data will tell you that maybe you're not.
The XP1 allows us to track it, and when you can track it, you can change it.
With the correct form, I'm able to push myself to the next level. And with the AI technology, it feels like having a trainer in the gym with you.
The XP1 helps guide your next workout to prevent future injury.
I would say the thing that's going to help you in the rehab space is going to be specific to a specific injury, which this machine can be programmed for a specific injury, and it can be programmed for a specific sport, and it can be programmed for a specific position of a specific sport. So the programming of it is unlimited for producing what you want to produce to get the maximum rehab for a particular athlete.
The technology I like about the XP1 is it doesn't matter where you are. You can train, you can get the data that you need, and the trainers, your coaches, they can get all that as well from across the country, from across the world. They're able to spot you, they're able to watch you, they're able to track everything you're doing to see your improvement, your deficiencies, and you can know everything that you need to do to get better.
The XP1 is equipped with a lot of AI software that allows, self-correction of the proper body form per the particular exercise. So as the client is actually performing the exercise, it actually helps the client to self-correct, so to avoid any sort of injuries, to get the better efficiency out of each exercise. But at the same time, it was really critical to keep the design intuitive, right? So not everybody is a professional athlete. You do your assessment, you train, you track your data, all on the same interface on the machine.
This machine is a marriage of sports medicine and technology, built for me to unlock my body's full potential. The tech allows me to create a custom workout that I can edit on the fly. That creates a more personalized and dynamic training program. And it tracks everything I do so that my focus is on the actual training.
What's great about the data tracking on the XP1 is that I can see my progress in real time. The data captured can help with injury prevention, tracking progress, and achieving goals.
It allows us to store everything, so we can always go back and check and then make sure that we're on the path of progression.
The XP1 gives me a 360-degree look at my training, encouraging me to be my strongest.
My main interest when I heard about this XP1 was trying to figure out how we could use it for return to play criteria in various sports and following injury, following whatever, to know when they can actually go back to competition. Tracking the data is good for the physician, the therapist, the coaches, but really tracking the data is something that stimulates the athlete himself so that he can see the improvement. And tracking the data with the XP1 is a permanent data that's there, progressive, that's kept. And so it's a permanent record of what you've been able to do through this type of rehab training.
Yeah, as an athlete coming off an injury, a lower body injury, I think the XP1's gravitational force plates are completely different and something you don't see in anything else, because no matter what you're doing, you're squatting or whatever lower body exercise you're doing, you're able to get the feedback of the balance, what leg or which hip you're putting more weight on. And so that coach or that trainer can give you that feedback and allow you to go fix that and make those adjustments needed to improve.
The XP1 is equipped with a lot of sensory throughout the machine. You're standing on a split force plates with a lot of data that's fed to you real time. It's giving you all sort of pressure points, any sort of weakness indicators within the set, within a rep, sub-rep. Based on that data, you can react. It also has a lot of embedded AI capabilities. Those come in really handy as people performing their exercise because it helps the person self-correct their form.
The XP1 will change the sports world from being able to rehab, being able to improve your performance. Is built for the next generation of athletes.
First time I worked out on the XP1, I thought to myself, this is something that changes my industry.
as the word gets out about this, and it's already out in the sports medicine world, I think it's gonna transform strength training and rehabilitation around the world, as a matter of fact. It's gonna make some of the situations that we did relative to strength training in the past obsolete. And I can tell you that athletes are gonna demand it.
The XP1 will change the sports world just on all the different variables you're able to do on the XP1, whether it's the eccentric, the concentric. There's nothing like it in the sports training world, from being able to rehab, being able to improve your performance.
The XP1 will change the fitness industry forever. I believe it's going to be the only machine in the strength market because it's a machine that can be programmed to do anything. When we designed the machine, we built enough capabilities in the machine that we can adjust over time. There are fitness techniques and rehab techniques that are known to people today. Those techniques will evolve over time. And having a machine that can be programmed to adjust along the way, you're basically buying the future now.
If you're looking to push yourself to new heights and use the most advanced technology,
Rehab from an injury,
get in shape,
break records,
or just achieve your next personal goal,
this is the machine.
you ready? Let's get to work.